The poem I Remember by Thomas Hood is written in the first-person narration and consists of 4 stanzas. Hood's skillful use of rhyme scheme lends a distinct and harmonious quality to the poem. Each stanza begins with the repetition of the first line, creating a consistent and rhythmic structure. The second and fourth lines, as well as the sixth and eighth lines, rhyme with each other, further enhancing the poem's musicality. This adherence to the ABCB rhyme scheme, commonly found in ballads, contributes to the poem's overall coherence and flow. In each stanza, the poet compares his present adult life with his past childhood days. The poet reflects that his childhood was a pleasant time in comparison to his current painful existence. The refrain I remember emphasizes his longing and desire to regain those carefree days. In the first stanza, the poet reminisces about the house where he was born. He recalls the sun peeping through the window in the morning, symbolizing his innocent and blissful ignorance as a child. The passing of the day, from morning to night, brought him joy. However, in the present, he wishes for the night to take away his breath, indicating the pain and hardship of his current life. The contrast between the brightness and happiness of his past and the distress of his present is depicted through the portrayal of the sun and the daytime. In the second stanza, the poet shifts his focus to the garden. As a child, he marveled at the variety of flowers such as red and white roses, violets, lilies, and lilacs. He believed that these flowers were heavenly blessings. The mention of the laburnum tree planted by his brother on his birthday carries a dual meaning. Firstly, it suggests that the person who planted the tree, his brother, is no longer alive, while the tree itself continues to live. Secondly, it symbolizes the contrast between the tree's growth and vitality and the poet's own decay. The third stanza of the poem explores the poet's childhood experience of swinging. As a child, he was full of vitality and energy, swinging rapidly to feel the rush of fresh air. He compares himself to feathers that fly swiftly. However, in the present, he feels heavy and weighed down. This stanza contrasts the physical sensations of youthful vigor and ease with the heaviness and decline of the present. It also hints at the poet's physical deterioration. Even the delightful summer season in his birthplace couldn't heal his metaphorical fever, which represents his sadness or physical ailments. In the fourth stanza, the poet contrasts the child's close connection with spirituality and heaven with the rational knowledge of adults who have lost faith in such matters. During his childhood, he believed that the top of the dark and immense fir tree was near heaven. Now, however, he recognizes this belief as a result of his childish ignorance. In the past, he lived happily with such ignorance. Now, his rational mind brings him no joy and instead makes him feel that heaven is far out of his reach. The poem's title, I Remember, emphasizes the act of remembering. The frequent use of the word remembering throughout the poem highlights the dominant theme of recollecting the poet's past. This nostalgic reflection on the past creates an impression that the present is painful and lacking in comparison.